What is today, and what are you guys doing here?
Well, we're here today because we are opposed to not the notion of 15-minute cities as in having stuff that you need in a local area, but the fact that Oxford City Council are planning on fining you if you leave your area more than 100 times in a year. You know, that's not practical, it doesn't work, and it's an infringement upon our human rights, you know. We've got a right to free movement, and we've got a right to private and family life. What about if your mother or your sister lives in another zone and you're not able to visit there freely?
Is that the main concern, like the restrictive of movement?
It's just an infringement upon our human rights, which COVID lockdowns as well, they were, and obviously they claimed it's for a legitimate cause. They're claiming this is for a legitimate cause. But if we always allow our human rights to be infringed upon for legitimate causes, then there's an argument to infringe upon every human right, you know, because where does it end? You could argue anything, like forcing everyone to get rid of their cars. That's a legitimate cause for the XYZ, you know, so we can't just go giving away our human rights on for every legitimate cause they try and argue. For me, the main things that need to be tackled are destroying of ecosystems and littering and pollution in that sort of way. Those are the main things that truly need to be tackled. And you know, the whole traffic and carbon and everything, people are actually conscious anyway. They don't actually need forcing. People care. People do take steps, you know. They don't need forcing, and it's the mandating of any of this stuff. Educate people, tell people what you think would be a good idea. That's fine. I've got no objection to information and education, but it's the mandation of these things that's always the problem. Same with COVID. You know, they could have educated everybody and said, these are what we think the risks are, this is what we think you should do, and then left us to make our own choices. My group is from Save Our Rights UK, and we're part of Unite for Freedom. So we're a national group that looks at all human rights issues, and we're here supporting today. There are local groups, which is like our community, our choice, but like we're also looking at like the issues of digital IDs and the bills that are going through Parliament at the moment and stuff. So we look at national issues as well as local issues.
What do you think of this whole thing they brought in where you need photo ID?
Yeah, it's outrageous. Again, it's discriminatory. It's an infringement upon our human right, our right to vote, take part in a democratic society. And the government are currently running a consultation on digital IDs that is asking to be allowed. Well, it's suggesting that they want to be allowed to have your photos, your passport number, your driving license number, and your transaction details. But there's a consultation online at the moment which is nigh impossible to understand. So we put out a guide to help people fill that in at the moment as well on the Save Our Rights UK site.
You just try spread information wherever you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we did it for nearly 3 years now. So
lovely.
Yeah.
Well, it's lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for letting us speak to you. What's your name?
Louise.
I'm Billy from Short for Change on YouTube, Street View.
Wonderful. Thanks so much.
Thank you, love.